Charter school, we have a passionate soccer star, a ninth grader, Rody Braswell.
$8,400 people will begin using drugs today. That's over 3 million new users this year. Now over half that many people, they start with marijuana as their first drug. And over half that many people are still under the age of 18. They're still minors. But despite the rise in drug abuse, smoking and drinking is actually on the decline. Data released by the National Institute on Drug Abuse reflected that teen smoking has rapidly declined. The age group 12 through 17 went from 13% in 2002 to 7.8% in 2011. We see national trends decrease in alcohol by 3.7% and tobacco decrease by 5.2% over the last decade. These are small gains, but the numbers are headed in the right direction. Since we have effectively curbed smoking and alcohol in teens, why not apply the same combative efforts towards drug use? Let's examine the use of television. In the 50s and 70s, there was a movement in our school systems used to combat drugs. These propaganda films, some being The Terrible Truth or Reefer Madness, they display teens acting in a manner that most teens knew not to be true. Some of these being paranoia, bodily dysfunctions, or mental instability. Now these teens knew this not to be true because their friends who were somewhat experienced with drugs. They knew from smoking one joint that you would not get that feeling of killing somebody or that feeling of somebody killing you. But we know that videos do work if done correctly. The truth ads used to combat smoking displayed body bags representing the number of people who had died from smoking. These ads were eye-openers because it showed the cigarette addicts that if they kept on the path that they were on, they were doomed to meet their ultimate demise, death. We need to create truth ads for drugs and marijuana. And in these truth ads, we need to display that 40,000 people each year die from drugs. By showing truth ads, which reveals the number of deaths caused by drugs, we will help students understand that abusing drugs is a deadly decision. Another effective effort that helped decrease smoking was the harsh measurements the government took to take down the tobacco companies who created the cigarettes. Some of these measurements being the hefty fines and requirements that limited the amount of tobacco that could be grown. This devastated the tobacco industry. Why don't we use that same force on the drug lords? In 2004, 53% of the felony drug defendants were released within 1 day of their arrest, 81% within 1 week, and 93% within 1 month. The average bond for these drug dealers was $25,000. Now guys, come on. A drug dealer can make more than $25,000 in 1 year. So this is no problem. He can bail himself out of jail with no problem. Now the average time he spends in jail is 2 months. I believe that the penalties for convicted drug dealers must be stiffened in order to hurt the drug industry. The final combative effort made to decrease smoking has been an increase in programs and products aimed at helping those addicted to cigarettes kick their bad habit. It's difficult to turn on the TV these days and not see some ad for Chantix or any other programs that help kick the bad habit of smoking. Yet there are no pills, programs, or products aimed at helping those quit their addiction with drugs. We need to create programs and products aimed at helping drug users stop using those drugs. The National Institute on Drug Abuse estimated that as many as 2.5 million people could benefit from this treatment. In 1 year, over half of the drug users in America receive no treatment for their problems. The government spends only about $2.5 billion on treatment and programs compared to the $7.8 billion on drug law enforcement. By investing that $7.8 billion into the treatments for these people, I believe that we can help them with their problems and help them kick their habits. We have fought a war against smoking, and we are currently winning that war. Let's focus those same efforts on the war with drugs too. Many ideas fail because those who put forth the ideas are not united. So, here I stand, calling you to help me put forth my idea and purge our society of the virus that is holding us back from the nation that we were always meant to be. Thank you.